few days ago, I was trying to create an offer for something I was working on. I was reading the book 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy because that was apparently the best book if you wanted to learn how to make an offer. And I was just skimming through the book looking for answers, and I realized that a few hours had passed and I was almost done with the book. Mind you, I started from page 1, so I didn't skip any pages. I was just skimming through the book, and almost a few hours had passed and I did not even notice. Later on, 3 minutes go by and I'm done with the book. And this was my second time reading it. This time I learned a shit ton of things. And it was kind of amazing too, because I never did this before. I never finished a book in one go. And for the first time in a long time, I found learning to be addictive. I crave that feeling of just learning something, implementing it, and seeing the progress. And this is what I'm going to be talking about today. And by the end of this video, my goal is to make sure you know that how you can make learning addictive like I did that day. And surely this step-by-step process is not going to work all the time. There are going to be some setbacks, there are going to be some problems which you face, but if you truly follow it, I can guarantee you that most of the time you are going to be learning stuff, and you're going to be learning things which actually stay in your brain, and it's going to be fun and fulfilling. So here's the exact step-by-step process which I followed at that day to read that entire book in one go and actually want to learn more about the topic I was learning. First of all, you need curiosity. That's the main thing in learning. If you are curious, you can learn anything you want. You can learn the guitar, you can learn the piano, you can learn any topic you want if you are curious enough, if you want to know the unknown. Curiosity is the reason you click on a YouTube video. It's because you want to know the next thing. If you want to learn the next thing that happens in that video. Curiosity is the reason you clicked on this video, because you want to know how to be addicted to learning. Then you need to take active action whilst learning, which is a thing which not many of us do, because it takes effort and we're just lazy beings. I'm lazy too, you're lazy, Elon Musk is lazy too. He's just better at prioritizing his tasks. We tend to not do what takes effort and time, because time is scarce and effort is hard to give. You need energy to do it. And then that hit of dopamine after you take active action and you see the progress, that's going to be the main thing which makes you addicted to the process of learning. And the most addictive thing besides drugs and alcohol is the feeling of progress, which is even better if you see fast results. This is the reason why there are so many gym bros. This is why some people get addicted to going to the gym. They learn how to do an exercise on YouTube, they implement it by going to the gym and doing the exercise, and then they see progress. They see like face-to-face progress on the mirror after 3 months or so, and then they repeat the cycle. First of all, curiosity. Curiosity starts the entire process of learning. It starts the process of learning a book. And if you do not know what to get curious on, you look at your goals. Have you achieved them? Most likely you haven't. How can you achieve your goals as fast as possible? What are the things you need to do in order to achieve your goals? Why aren't you achieving them? What's setting you back? Ask questions about your goals. Ask the questions which you might be afraid to ask. Break those big goals, such as losing 10 pounds in 2 months, into smaller goals, and then use the what, where, when, and how questions to become curious on what you can do to improve and get closer to your goals. If you still aren't curious about what to be curious on, ask yourself, is that even the right goal for you? Active action. This is the step where you take your curiosity and actually do something with it. This is a step where learning becomes effortless. This is a step that you can use to achieve flow when you're learning something, and it is active action. A few months ago, I used to read books, but I used to read books just for the sake of it, just for the number. I read 1 book, 2 books, 3 books in a month, just for the number. I didn't read to actually learn and consume and then use it in my life. I just read for the sake of completing that book. I thought I was learning, but I wasn't learning jack shit. Even if I was, there was a high chance that I was going to forget what I had learned a few months from then, or even a few days. And then fast forward a few months, I came across a technique which I'd been exposed to my entire life, that many intellectual people or many like millionaires use when they read. They used to retain information from a book. It was something which I actually did too, to retain information from my biology class about cell reproduction and mitosis, meiosis, enough of that, but it was something I was exposed to, but I never really used it when I was learning these books. It was actively taking notes as you wish while reading a book on your separate notebook, which could be about learning or just anything. Just taking notes while you're reading. This is what I did for my biology class, where I used to read the main book and then took notes on my review notebook. And no, I'm not telling you to take notes of everything you learn, which is a good technique to learn, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to actively take action whilst learning. This is what I did while I was reading the 100 Million Offers book, while I was making my offer. I was reading it, and then I was directly, as soon as possible, implementing the techniques used on their book on my offer. I directly used the stuff I learned from the 100 Million Offers book into my own offer. It was direct active action. And active action can be done with anything you learn. Let's say you're learning how to play basketball. You just don't learn it and then do nothing. You have to go to the court, learn it, see, let's say you're learning how to take a shot. Learn from the video, and then you implement it in real life on the pitch, on the court. For example, a few years ago, I was trying to learn how to juggle the ball. Instead of just watching the video and doing nothing about it, I took my ball, I saw the video, and then I did it. And soon enough, I was juggling the ball 30 times in one go. That is active action. This can be done with also productivity hacks, such as if you learn from Ali Abdal, just don't learn it and do nothing. You have to take action on it and implement it in your life. That's the proper way of learning things. And the thing is, when you do this, you stop and forget about how much time the video is, how long the book is. Just take what you get from the book or the video, and then you implement it in your own life. Simple as that. It's easier to learn something when it directly helps you in your life. Now the last thing is dopamine, and this is what makes the entire process addictive. Active action makes you get closer to the objective you had before learning, to fulfill the curiosity you had, and then because of that you feel like you're getting closer to your goals. You're making progress, and because of that you get a dopamine boost, because you get this sense of feeling that you're making progress in your life. This is the good type of dopamine that you should be getting. When I was reading the book 100 Million Offers, I was getting that dopamine every time when I implemented something which was said in the book in my offer. I felt like I was getting closer to my goal of making money online. And so, in return, the entire process felt effortless for me. If I needed to, I could do it again and again. To sum it up in short, first you have to find something you actually want to learn. This, most likely for everyone, is something related to your goal. Whether this be losing 10 pounds or getting better grades, anything related to your goal, you will have questions for and you are going to get curious about. Why don't you just learn and fulfill that curiosity and then get closer to your goals? Ask the what, when, where, and how questions to get curious about regarding your goals. And then take direct action in real life, not just by reading and just consuming the knowledge, but actually doing it right here in real life. Implementing your learnings. This in turn will make you feel like you're getting closer to your objective, getting closer to your goals. This will give you the sense of progress, and in return you're going to get that dopamine boost, which makes the entire process of learning addictive. You'll know when you did this process right, when you finally have that sense of feeling that you're making progress. Anyways, you can use this information to level up massively in your life. See you in the next one, bro.